Hi everyone, welcome to OWTV. I am back again. It's me, Renathra, and with me today I actually have Stewie Griffin, or the Boss Baby, or the Mafia. I'm just kidding. No, we have Ryan from Team Z today. Ryan, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Has anyone ever told you you look a lot like Stewie Griffin?
Um, Actually, yeah, I think so.
Oh,
I feel like
okay,
I've
that's
gotten
amazing.
that before.
All right. Well, I'm very excited about a potential future face reveal. I'll be like astounded
It's
if
on the way.
that's it's
That's
on
what
the
I'm
way.
saying.
Okay. All
On the
right. Well,
way.
fans have something to look forward to. Uh, well, Ryan, for people that have been following OWCS, are no stranger to you, but for folks that haven't, maybe they'd like to get to know a bit about your competitive history. So, do you mind maybe giving a brief introduction about who you are?
Yeah, sure. I'm Ryan. I've been competing in this game for I want to say about 2 years now. Last year under Fluffy Dreamland. If anybody knows what that is,
Great name, by
I
the
had a
way.
thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, no, kind of been with the same core of players, Astro and me. Kind of been doing it for the past 2 years, and I don't know. I play Tracer. That's it.
I mean, I like, yeah, like that's a nice, tight little introduction. I mean, Ryan plays more than just Tracer. I think he's being a little humble,
Of
as we
course.
saw in this week's match, which, yeah, I just wanted to kind of get right into because you guys played Nightmare,
Mhm.
and it was, frankly, a tough series this week. So, unfortunately, for your first interview, we can't like talk immediately about a big win. But regardless, I think a lot of people had questions this week about a little bit of roster moves and kind of certain decisions you guys made, and I would love to pick your brain on those. So immediately, we saw Jutsu come back into the starting lineup this week, and you guys shifted more towards hit scan compositions. What caused that kind of change? Because Team Z was kind of known for playing more of that dive-ish style with Tracer Genji with you in Peace. So what led to kind of that difference?
Yeah, we kind of just felt that double flake CPS was kind of falling out of the meta recently, and Hitscan is actually still really, really strong, even though the characters are a bit weaker than they were, maybe last patch. They're still very good. So we kind of tested that in scrims and figured out that the cast, the Freya, Soj, like it's really, really playable. So we kind of just went with it in our match.
Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, so like I mean, you are kind of that signature tracer player, like you mentioned. Is it more enjoyable for you to be off of tracer, like, or is it kind of like necessary evil to find more successes to kind of shift you more to traditional hit scan?
It's miserable to be honest. Playing off Tracer, it's the only hero I really enjoy playing in this game. But sometimes, kind of learned this over my time playing. You just gotta put it in the bag and go Reaper.
Yeah, yeah, I gotta do
You
what you
gotta
gotta
do it
do.
sometimes.
You know, can't always be on
Yeah.
tracer.
No, you definitely cannot, and that's something that we've learned recently, where you just gotta swap. So expect that this weekend.
Gotcha, gotcha. I mean, yeah. So you are officially breaking the one trick allegations. Congratulations. It's I mean it's a good thing to be flexible, as we know. But yeah, we saw you on lots of different looks this week. On Samoa, your team generally tried Winston into Zarya first round. What was the idea behind that comp, and kind of what went wrong in that approach?
We just kind of feel that in general, Winston has a pretty good matchup in Zarya. I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to say too much right now, but next weekend just expect some really, really, really different looks. I think we're
Oh,
back to the drawing board on that one.
okay. So was this an experimental week?
Versus Nightmare, our expectations honestly were as of now we're kind of just expecting to like go in, have fun, take a map if we can, but we're really not expecting to win that series just right now because like bluntly our team just isn't good enough to win those right now against the top four teams, I feel, which is okay. That's kind of where we were at there. So we just kind of wanted to see our matchups into things, and we felt like it wasn't very good. So we kind of went back to the drawing board on that.
I see. So it felt like that series is more of like a learning opportunity for you, kind of like a kind of measuring in what ways you can maybe punch up and kind of stack against like better teams in the
Oh,
region. But
100%. Yeah, that's usually how those matches go. I think for almost every bottom four team, kind of playing against the top four teams is like
mhm.
obviously every game is winnable, and I still truthfully believe that against any team, like it's always winnable. But I feel like when you play those better teams, the main thing you want to take away is kind of learning from those matches.
Yeah. Yeah, I think like especially against I mean the top four teams are super experienced. They're very tenured players, right? So
Yeah, yeah,
getting
yeah.
that extra experience up in your belt is going to be valuable. And I totally agree with you. I think like if a really good or experienced team is on their worst day and a really, underdog or kind of greener team is on their best day, you see upsets happen. Like definitely
I mean, we
they're
saw that last
possible.
weekend
Yeah.
against SSG and Extinction. Even though they weren't able to close it out on map
Super
five.
close 2-3 series, exactly.
Super, super close. I
Super
think
close.
SSG had a pretty bad day. I know apparently they haven't been doing that great recently. Like they've had a few bad days leading into the match, and I think Extinction just played well that day, and we saw it go five. But
Yeah, the possibility is definitely there. So, I mean, it's good to know that there's like an element of realism there, but also that like you guys are keeping your heads in the game and measuring up when it matters and kind of preparing for future games in mind. That's really cool. Um, that series on Samoa, just kind of continuing in that vein, running down that storyline. We saw you try Reinhardt actually to counter the Zarya, and that is a classic counter pick. We see it in ranked all the time, but I haven't seen it in OWS for a while. So, what was the approach there? Was Astro just like, I'm gonna lock Rein and I'm gonna figure it out?
yeah, pretty much. Like I'm so serious. We literally loaded in, and the Astro said, "We're on Volcano. I'm just gonna go Reinhardt, and I'm gonna shield you, and we're gonna walk at Painkiller." And that's what we tried to do. Didn't really
Okay.
work that well, but maybe if you practice it more, it could work. But I honestly don't think it was that terrible.
Yeah, I mean, you guys took the point with it. I think on like a retake and
Yeah, I think we got
um,
like 50% or something.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know.
So it wasn't like you're locked out of the match just for being on Reinhardt or whatever. So okay,
Yeah.
it's good to know. So that's kind of the vibe going into this match. I think that is valuable insight. You guys do end up losing Samoa and then moving on to Esperanza. We saw you try different version of Winston comps. I think it's a Diva with a Lucio ban and a Freya ban on Gibraltar after. Were these bans just kind of mid-series adaptions, or did you guys come in like knowing specific things you wanted to remove from Nightmare's playpool?
Um. Well, we kind of just don't want Seeker to be on Freya on that map. We think he's like one of the strong points of their team on like a map like that. It's very like hit scan dominated, where it's just long sight lines, impressive high grounds, and honestly, like we were okay with like Hanzo, but Freya was just like
She's a
that
problem.
map here.
Noted. Okay. But yeah, on Esperanza, Nightmare did get a pretty commanding lead to begin the series. Eventually, they do lead to a full cap. Were you anticipating the comp swap from them leaning into Diva from the Wrecking Ball ban?
Oh, 100%, yeah. I think we kind of just knew that Painkillers wants to play as off tanks. That's just kind of who he is as a player. He's always going to look to play Diva. He's going to look to play Zarya, stuff like that. So we kind of expected it, and we were ready for it. But sometimes when you're playing the better team, they just play better, and it doesn't really matter. It is what it is.
Gotcha. Was the Wrecking Ball ban then like specifically so they don't bring Rhino in? I know in the region, generally speaking, the only teams that play a lot of Wrecking Ball right now would be, I guess, Liquid and Geekay.
Yeah. I don't think it was to just in case they bring Rhino in. I'm pretty sure we wanted to protect Tank for us.
Mm,
Um, and ban Lucio. Or yeah, we wanted to protect
yeah,
Tank for us, I think. So
gotcha. So that was the kind of the big idea there.
yeah.
Okay. Why do you think that match like looked as difficult as it was then? If you were kind of in the mindset of okay, we know exactly what we're going to play, they're going to whip up the diva. Was that a thing of like unpreparedness or kind of just the wrong plan?
Um, honestly, I think we just had a bad day, to be honest. I really don't like saying that a lot because I feel like that's too simple, but it really just felt like something was like in the air over the weekend. We kind of just had bad days of gameplay, which is it sucks, but it's part of the process.
Yeah, and I think that
It is.
honesty is important also. I think oftentimes players watch OWCS and they know you guys are the best the region has to offer. I think it is humanizing to know that even the best players are sometimes on an off day for whatever reason. Like your mechanics might be off, mental might be off. In situations like that, then, did you guys go into a meeting after a VOD review and kind of discuss kind of what was in the air, why the vibe was off?
Oh, of course. I think every time we lose a match, whether we felt like it was an off day or just like they just beat us or anything, we will always kind of be in VC for I want to say like hours after the
Mm.
match, talking about anything, botting, talking about kind of what we think going into the next match, on what we want to play, like changing things up. And we did that after the Nightmare match, and all I'm gonna say is we came to a conclusion, and you're gonna see something pretty different this weekend. Yeah,
Okay.
literally pretty different this weekend.
Okay, I'm excited. I love these little teasers in the interviews. Sometimes we talk to the players after they're like just so you know, yeah, like keep an eye on us next week. You're gonna be like really surprised. You're gonna get blown away. So I'm thrilled to hear that you guys have something in the back pocket. I guess last question about this specific match was we go to Gibraltar, and that was extremely difficult. That was frankly a bit of a more difficult watch. We see Peace come in instead of Jutsu here, and your team played a Sombra Tracer DPS line. I think most would have expected Peace to be on Genji having come in, but you guys didn't play that. So I'm curious what was the thinking behind the player swap, but also the hero choice going into Gibraltar.
The player swap was kind of, we just felt like we needed to change something
Mm.
because we kind of got full capped on and like 2-0 on Coulter, just like whatever, just put Peace in. Maybe this will work. But for the hero pick, to be honest, I'm one of those people where it's like on a match day when we load in, uh, I'm not really gonna tell someone to pick their hero. Like if they want to play this, like I trust my teammate to pick what he wants, and it didn't work out, but he kind of just picked Sombra because he wanted to there, and I was like, all right, dude, let's do it. Let's just play Sombra. Um, but yeah, no, I don't know. Wound up not being good, but now we
Gotcha.
know.
Yeah, a bit of impromptu, a bit of learning, a little bit of limit testing there. And I do like what you're saying that like at the end of the day, like if I'm on a team with my teammates and I trust them and they want to do something, who am I to stop them? I think
Yeah,
that
I'll never
is
do that.
yeah, I think that shows like a good dynamic. Some teams operate differently. There's like a direct shot caller or team captain or whatever, but I've been kind of more of the mindset that like holistically the team should trust each other. So it's good to know that at least you guys have something in the back pocket after that series, and I'm excited to see what you whip out against Extinction.
Yeah.
Um, on the topic of Extinction, then I guess that is a big deciding match as to who makes playoffs next week. We
Mhm.
know, as you mentioned before, that they came off a very close series against Space Station, a 2-3 score, but yeah, they have a very packed schedule next week with their turn to do a double feature. So, how do you guys feel going into this match against Extinction, knowing all that at play?
Uh, I'm not really feeling too worried, to be honest. I
That's
think
good.
we'll be fine. Um, yeah, I mean, I like they went 5 maps with SSG, but I really don't think that means that much, to be honest. Like that's good for them. They almost won. It was close, but I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, especially if like SSG is in kind of like a little bit of a slump mode, some could say. But regardless, there's a lot of pressure on this game. There's real stakes about going into playoffs. So, how do you handle, I guess, that extra element of pressure? And then how much do you think it actually affects you?
Um, Honestly, I don't even like feel it that much ever, or I don't think it really affects me ever. Like I I've never really been one to be kind of a nervous player. I kind of just load in and play the game. It's just another day in the office. Like it's just kind of how it goes. But as for my teammates, I think they're all locked in. I think we're super dialed right now. Scrimming a lot, so I don't think it should affect any of us. I think it'll just be another game.
I mean, I like that. A vote of confidence. You know, you're like, job's not done. We're going to
It's
get in
not. It's
there. We're going to
not.
do our work. Okay. No, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, in the case then of like getting it done, what do you need to do to get the job done this weekend? Like, what is kind of your guys' goal or mission coming into this specific match to kind of, shake up the power rankings?
Yeah, we just need some good practice this week, I feel. Triple blocking, double blocking. Just keep the practice up. Make sure the practice is, good quality, like intense practice. Kind of just stay laser focused this week. I don't know, it's pretty simple. Just need to get the reps, get the ideas, have an idea of what we want to do, loading into the match, and then go and play on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean,
Makes
trusting
sense.
the process. If if it works, it works. And like, if clearly you trust your team and your coaches and stuff to get you there is
Oh,
like
we don't have
whatever.
coaches. That
You
might
guys
be
don't have
something
coaches?
people don't know.
Oh, I actually did not know that. I was gonna ask. One of my question after this was kind of like, yeah, how's like the improvement process work for you guys? But I mean, while we're here, yeah, like, could you kind of elaborate on team structure then, if you guys don't have coaches?
It's Coach Ryan and Coach Astro. To be honest, I'm gonna be so
You wear
honest
many
with you.
hats.
Yeah. I honestly think coaching is extremely important and like a good thing to have, but I think as of now, I'm kind of a good enough player to, understand what should be happening and like breaking down a VOD overhead. I think it's really not that hard to kind of figure out what should be done and how we want to play it. So obviously, it kind of sucks not having a coach, but I feel like it doesn't really matter for us in our situation right now.
Gotcha. I mean, I do kind of understand where you're coming from. Like, at the end of the day, having an extra hand would be super helpful. But if you guys don't have it and you're able to find that extra time and put in that extra work and everyone's really dedicated, there are oftentimes teams that are kind of self-taught in a way.
I mean, look at Twisted Minds. They don't have a coach; they have a UB.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Yeah, there's definitely like player coaches that exist. Sometimes you have the
yeah,
manager coaches, which is another thing. But style-wise, if whatever works for you guys, then that's good.
I will
Um,
say
mhm.
to add one thing is we do have some other opinions, that'll come in from people outside.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. You guys have like friends you chat to
Sometimes
and other players or something.
friends, some coaches will come in occasionally. We're good friends with Capitology, and he'll come in and help us a lot
Oh, okay.
sometimes. So it's not like zero coaching because I feel like if it's just the same five players, you you should get an opinion from a source outside. I feel, you
Yeah,
know,
an extra perspective, unbiased source somewhere.
exactly.
Yeah, an eye on the outside. I totally get that. Okay,
So
cool.
it's not zero coaching, but it's very minimal.
Yeah, you guys don't have a guy that's like on the floor, maybe necessarily every single scrim.
Yeah, no, 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 not at all.
Noted, noted. Yeah, that's totally news to me. So yeah, I mean, that's an interview first with Ryan. A little
Yeah.
insight into Team Z's inner mechanisms. Um, but kind of, yeah, I want to talk more about Team Z abroad then, because this is another shot in the OWCS for you and kind of your core of friends and players. How do you feel that it's gone so far, and how satisfied are you with your results thus far?
Um, I think it's gone honestly pretty poorly. I don't think there's any way that you could say it hasn't. Our only win as of now being against the Dilducks, so it is a bit disappointing. I want to say, but I mean, you got to move on. You got to go forward. It's the only way you can go. Uh, so it is what it is. But we're just really focused on this match this weekend now.
Noted, noted. Yeah, I mean, Dildex is up against Liquid, I think, this coming weekend.
Yeah,
So they are positioned pretty squarely. I think people are expecting them to go winless without the stage. You guys are currently, I think, seventh, just underneath Extinction.
yeah. I think we're
Um,
both one win.
yeah, you guys. So yeah, this could be the big equalizer match, or not like equalizer. It's like the flipper match.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I think that is going to be an all eyes type of watch for folks that are diehard about OWCS. I want to also ask, kind of going into OWCS, you have a similar core, but there are new players. What's it been like when kind of trying to gel with some of these newer players in your roster?
I think it's been pretty easy for us because at least for Honbei adding him, I've kind of just in peace. I've been friends with them for since I've been playing the game. Uh, so we would always just like hang out after matches or scrims or anything, even when we weren't on the same team. So now that we are, it's like nothing even changed. I know them really well. But with Cinnabar, I didn't really know her that well, but I honestly think she's been a really good teammate. Uh, Very insightful player, and I think very passionate. So I can't complain at all.
Nice. So vibes are strong and new friendships are growing, old friendships staying strong. I mean, that's good. I mean, you guys have seen that progress made together. I guess I want to ask then is, um, cumulatively as a team, given the result and however the season might go, are you guys looking at? This is an interesting question to me because you don't have a coach. Are you guys kind of staying together, and like how are roster move decisions made when you guys don't have like maybe a top-down formal structure to kind of decide, oh, we maybe want to depart from this player or move in a different direction?
Well, I can answer that in two parts. I want to say. So, first part of are we gonna stay together? Unfortunately, I think this is our last time playing together, no matter what. So that is what it is. But as for roster moves, it's kind of just last stage. Our support went to Marvel, so that's what can you do? Uh, and Grapes actually, we were gonna play with him, but he moved and he just didn't have internet for like a month. So
Okay.
like he had it, but he couldn't play the game. So we literally like he's still on our roster. He still joins like our VC all the time and talks about the game with us and everything. But he just couldn't play for a month, so we just had to get new players.
I see.
Like it, our our hand was a bit tied there.
Yeah,
But as for peace, we kind of just wanted a second DPS anyways, or a third DPS. So we're like, let's just get peace. He didn't have a team, and he's too good to be playing in Face of the Master. So just brought him on, and it wound up going in our favor. I think.
Yeah, I mean, life will find a way.
Yeah,
like when one door closes, another door opens, and I mean, like I'm really glad to hear that you've been able to play with your friends and kind of build on that synergy and that trust, even if the team might move in different directions come the end of the season. I think Team Z has put up like a lot of good fights and have been great to watch. So I guess my final question for you is that going into this match against Extinction with the big stakes in mind, did you have any words for them for your upcoming match?
Honestly, don't get Coach Cap by me. Just don't do it. But I'm feeling confident. Honestly, I really respect all the players on that team. All 5 of them. I think they're cool people.
Are you friends with everyone on Extinction?
I don't know about friends. Like I don't talk to them really that much outside of the game, but like I'm cool with anyone, That's cool with me.
You're just a chill guy, Ryan. You're just a chill dude. Okay, all right. I mean, I can tell from your profile picture. Yeah, it's just he's vibing. He's doing his thing. Well, besides Extinction, then final question. I think people love to root for the underdog. I certainly am. I get sick and tired of seeing the same big orgs like win all the time. I'm personally always cheering on the person you might not expect to win. So fans like me that are watching this series this weekend, do you have any words for them?
Enjoy the show. That's all I have to say.
Enjoy the show. I'm so interested in what you guys have cooking in the back.
Enjoy the show. Yeah. You should be.
I'm excited and terrified that we're going to see some crusty crack pipe levels of innovation. So who knows?
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll be good.
I'm trying my best to get you to leak, but you're not falling for it. All right. Well played, sir.
I can't.
Well played. I mean, it's your first interview, and I think you're doing well to keep the things on the down low. It's like you're media trained already.
Yeah.
Okay, Ryan. Well, it was a pleasure talking to you. For everyone watching the games, want to support Team Z and Ryan, the socials are linked. You can find them on screen here as well. And if you're there and you're already on X or whatever, feel free to throw me one, throw one to OWTV. I've been Renanthra.
Follow everybody.
Yes, follow everybody. It's just a couple of clicks go a long way, But yeah, I've been Renanthra. That's Ryan. Please cheer him on this weekend. And yeah, we'll see you next time. See you around.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.